Just goes on with the show. Till I'm laid to rest. Yes, always be depressed. There's no life in the way, so I know.
Peace, love, and blessings. It's your boy Big Truck, and I'm gonna switch lanes a little bit. We're gonna dive into this thing because it is so important that I bring this to the table and I get this off my chest. You know, I may rattle some cages, but really can give a shit. But let me just say, the importance of a black father is so important that it's missed in the homes. They need to be in the homes. Shout out to this brother here, okay? Listen to what he has to say. Let's repetition a little bit. He's going to speak, I'm going to speak, then the spirits of the universe is going to drive us home. But we gotta talk about this one right here. As adults, as men, black fathers matters. Let's get into it.
Firsthand the importance of black fathers and influence that we have on our children's lives, but not just our children, but society as a whole. So it's important that we get the message out, that we just dispel the rumors by the media that black fathers are absent, black fathers don't care. Yes, there is an issue in our society where there are black fathers who aren't in the home, and that's something we need to address, and this is something that we will address.
I was always there for you.
Yeah, if by always you mean this call is from a federal prison.
And at the end of the day, the truth will prevail. And the truth is, black fathers do matter. But once we start having these social services, it kind of destroyed the black family. We incentivized people not to have a nuclear family. And once we did that, we start to slowly watch the destruction of the black household.
If someone else is subsidizing my expectations will be far higher. You mentioned, for example, a female-headed household. I grew up in an era when people, and particularly blacks, were a lot poorer than today, faced a lot more discrimination than today. Gutman has done a study of the black family, showing that this whole notion that the black family has always been disintegrating, that is nonsense, that his studies go up to 1925, the great bulk of black families were intact, two-parent families up through 1925, and going all the way back through the era of slavery. So it is now only within our own time that we suddenly see this inevitable tragedy which the welfare system says it's going to rush in to solve.
The welfare system, but when you look at certain programs, okay, look at certain programs that are geared around the black households. If you're a black single mother, you have access to this program. You have access to that program. But here's the only catch. The black man can't be in a home.
I was a kid. We had fathers on these shows that were funny, but they were respected.
And when you look at the fathers, even on the shows, you know, you look at Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you look at Bill Cosby, The Cosby Show, you look at Good Times, you know, James Evans. And to me, out of those, I've always had a level of respect for James Evans from Good Times, because you look at how he was as a husband and as a father, you know, and look at how they were living at that time. Where are those fathers at? See, those type of fathers, because that shows how a strong father is supposed to be. A strong father that goes hard and that pain for his kids. We coming from the bottom of nothing, but yet we scratching and surviving, but we still together. A strong wife that has her husband's back. See, when we go back to those times, and where at those times that's a strong black man and woman, you come to this day and age You hear a lot of women making statements, but their actions show something totally different. When I sit back and I observe, especially when I listen to a large number of women speak, you can instantly pick up on it. Your father wasn't in your life. Because if you had a father in your life, if your father was in your life, you wouldn't behave the way you behave because he wouldn't put up with it. He wouldn't put that in you. Yes, mothers, you can teach a little girl how to be a woman because you are a woman. A man can't do that.
Community, but also shows you how important these images are to young black males who do not have a father in the home. So right now, the two biggest organizations in my point of view that are propagating this "we don't need the father" is the media, entertainment industry, and also a lot of nonprofits. You know, too many times when you have a single home or you're by yourself, the kids are just watching whatever, and they're sort of having all these images shoved in their face constantly.
All right, family, line up for cigar burns.
So that's why they don't respect parents. That's why they don't respect the father, because they're being told not to.
You got the bitter baby mama putting all this venom on her children about their father. So therefore, as the child grows and gets older, F my dad, he ain't been there. Here's all this negative. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. You don't even know the whole story. My mama told me the story. Your mama lied to you. You rather live in a lie.
In the driveway, the killbots are live and I took you off the wait list.
We'll see you every other weekend, though, right?
Absolutely, Morty. And your mom's lawyer says if I can get enough in the settlement, he can help me sue for full custody.
The media and entertainment, I get it. It's the power, it's the year of the woman. We want to empower the woman. But what I don't understand is what they don't get. You do not have to tear someone down in order to build somebody up.
Brad, please try to relax.
Oh, sure. It's easy for you. All you have to do is tell me you're ready and your job's done.
And what do you have to do?
Are you kidding? I gotta call the doctor, get the car, come in and get your suitcase, come back and get you, then drive to the hospital. You're hardly involved in this thing at all.
I had no idea what you fathers go through.
Well, now you know.
Media and entertainment industry are trying to destroy masculinity. Anything that makes you a good father, they say is toxic nowadays.
Women calling men sassy. That is so disrespectful. You're basically calling a man gay. Because that's what sassy means, you're gay. Okay? Look it up in the dictionary. So that's a new one now. Emasculating a man. You want to sit up there and talk shit about a man. Now it's gotten to the point where I don't need no man, I don't need no man. You've never heard men say they don't need no woman. But you hear a large number of women say they don't need no man. And they always contradict themselves. Because when shit hit the fan, who the first person you calling on? Don't worry. I'll wait.
That there are no single black fathers being highlighted in the media, in the music industry, or any industry really, but now it's not profitable. You know, it's easier to sell a woman as a victim and then have a man as a hero. So one thing that's very well known in the black community, I'm not sure if it's well known in other communities, is that people stay single to keep their benefits. So basically, the government has incentivized black America and rural America and poor Americans to not have a nuclear family and make them the nuclear family, make the government their main source. When I became a single father, I was told, go to social services, go get help. You need to go fill out for food stamps, you need to fill out for Section 8. And being young, being in my early 20s, I went and as soon as I walked in, I saw what they were doing. I was like, I can't be a part of this. I walked right out. I'm like, I'm not doing this. And my parents never did this. No matter how much we struggled, they didn't do this either, because they knew the dangers of this. My mother used to grow up telling me, like, hey, you don't want these people in your life. You don't want them because then they control you.
Brother, you nailed it. 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 Control. And look, see, women don't like to be controlled. It's funny because I hear a large number of women say, I'm not going to let no man control me. Can't no man control me. You're not going to control me. But yet the government is controlling you, especially when you're receiving government assistance. So technically, you are being controlled. You are being told what you can and cannot do. Regardless of what you say, you can go on social media and say, I'm going to do what I want to do regardless. I do what I want. But yet, who do you answer to? The government. If you're receiving government assistance, they tell you what to do. You don't tell them.
The government controlling you. It's like the black community went from one plantation to the next. We left the plantation of being slaves to now being slaves to the government's handouts. But another thing that the black community needs to realize that everything that's glitter is not gold. Every free handout from the government, food stamps, Section 8, is to keep you stagnant. You're not allowed to go past a certain income level, meaning that you can't bring your father into the home, or you can't bring your mother into the home, or you can't even get a better job, because you might lose your food stamps, and it's all based off of fear.
Fear. And I'm going to do a part 2 to this too, because this is something that we all need to really pay attention to and dive into and use our ear gate and listen. A lot of things are geared around to keep chaos, especially between black men and black women. When I look at the social media and I look at the shit that's going on, I'm like, agenda. Population control. Keep the division going between the black man and black woman. So if you know that, why not calm your ass down, sit back and relax and do something about it? You see, the strong black man that's a leader, the strong black man that stands on integrity, the strong black man that stands on business, they don't like that. Hell, they have a fit when there's a group of black men huddled up together, having a good time, sharing stories, doing positive things within the community.